You see, for every action, there is a reaction. Most times when people make their opinions, they just do so out of sentiments. They're not usually very logical. And that's why you have The Kiwi Show. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's your favorite sweetheart, Jessie Rogers, here on The Kiwi Show. If you're seeing my face for the first time, how about you subscribe, because I give nothing but the best analysis. I tell you that for a fact. Anyways, guys, today we're going to be delving into a very sensitive topic. I mean, it's been a while now since it happened, but the more I hear people's opinions on it, the more I'm like, nah, you are missing something. And that's what we do here. We try to open your eyes to the things that your mind may not have gone to, things that you've probably overlooked because your emotions have been stirred. So you're just talking and talking, you're not really paying attention to some certain details. Cheating sometimes is enough grounds for you to break up your marriage. All right, if you think you can't handle it, then you can just decide to call it quits. Understandable. But now, when you're now in the marriage, the problem now is that you are still in the marriage and you decided to cheat back on your husband. And not only did you cheat back on your husband, you're doing it with another married man, thereby hurting another woman. Guys, isn't it crazy? This is my country, safe. Now, wow. Anyways, it's not just about my country. I think it happens in so many other places, not just in Nigeria. I want to bring it home. I want to bring it home to our country. All right, stories like this is not new. Start today. Now, first of all, guys, I would like first, because the person who brought this case to our notice is Gist Lover. Sometimes even, how does Gist Lover even get her gists? How does she even know to enter into these people's lives and see everything? How is she or he so detailed? Because we don't know who it is. We don't know if it's a man or a woman who's behind Gist Lover's blog. We don't know exactly what gender the person is. But how do they even get this kind of detailed information? Okay, guys, in case you haven't seen this story, I'm going to read it out for you the way Gist Lover presented it. So here she says, "Hello, Twe. Before I put mouth for this gist, why be say when a married woman leaves her cheating husband, now another marriage she will go scatter? More like a recycling affair. This marriage matter, nobody don't ever understand them for this life. Meet the main architect of the Makun's failed marriage. The Makuns is a household name in the entertainment industry. The Makuns is a popular family from Ondo State, but most of them grew up in Warri. Among the Makun's brother, we have the popular comedian, I believe you all know him, Ayo Makun, who is married to the beautiful Mabel Makun, AY, you understand? Their marriage is a beautiful one and prayer points of some of their fans because their marriage has stood the test of time over the years. Now, amidst all the crises of cheating scandals, the marriage stood its ground and didn't shake. Ayo Makun, popularly known as AY comedian, was a wandering male reproductive organ. I believe you know what that is. And he did it to the extent of bringing other women to events he and his wife attended. Now, Mabel, on the other hand, kept catching him and letting things slide. Caught him with some of her friends. She also caught him with a particular politician, caught him with some of her goddaughters. In fact, caught him with another man, but she let things slide. I read that right, didn't I? Caught him with another man, but she let things slide. However, the one she was so worried about was Yolanda Okereke, wife of late actor Kabribi Fubara. On plenty occasions, Mabel has fought with AY because of Yolanda, but I think there is a connection between AY and Yolanda that is so strong that they can't let each other go. And this has caused a lot of rifts between them. Over the years, it's not once, not twice, this man has been cheating. Clearly, she could handle the cheating. Clearly, it was something that she was probably willing to go. Maybe for the sake of family, she decided to overlook it. All right. However, it's just weird. No, seriously, I think at that point, if it was too much for you to handle, I feel like that's the best time to call it quits. But you know what? Let me finish the story before I go into my analysis. Okay? Come on with me on the ride. Hold on a second, darlings. If you have been watching this video and you haven't clicked the like button, you're looking for my trouble. So how about you click the like button? Don't forget to subscribe and, of course, share to your friends. Because what we do here on The Kiwi Show is a lot of goodness. And you and I know that. All right, so let us continue with our story. This has caused a lot of rifts between them in the past. And then after seeing all the husband was doing, Mabel set out on a revenge mission with another married man who is a politician. His name is Idris Aregbe. Idris was still married when he and Mabel started having an affair. And Mabel was still married to AY too. Now, why AY was trying to defend himself in his write-up, saying nobody holy. Say Mabel gets her own for body too. Lagos is another crazy sin city. I been a crime scene, we go call him. So as I dey talk, Jerry, Mabel seeing enough money from Aregbe felt she can build an empire with Aregbe. In fact, when they lost all their properties to fire, I believe you guys must have heard of that incident, Mabel was the one running the house with the money gotten from this side man. Now, it was Aregbe, the APC politician, that was bankrolling Mabel, although Mabel has another Nollywood small boy. But that one is just there to, warm the room. The main sponsor, na Idris Aregbe, according to Gistlover. Husband was doing his own with virtually anything under skirt. In fact, a particular Big Brother housemate was caught with him severally, and the wife was very close to the BBN housemate. At some point, BBN is Big Brother Niger. So the BBN girl, her affairs with AY resulted to pregnancy. The matter was messy, but she had to go off the radar to clear the mess. Everything was going on fine. Idris Aregbe, on the other hand, started having issues with his wife over Mabel too. Alright, the matter got messy that they both got divorced too, but they did it low key. Idris begged and paid his ex-wife to save his political career by not coming online to announce the breakup. So they both kept it under low, as the wife had an eye on politics as well. So she didn't want to also ruin her own image or her own face. Alright, so after the breakup, Mabel was still with AY and Idris and was enjoying life. Not until one beautiful day. Oh my goodness. So, not until one beautiful day, Mabel and AY go one party. Mabel got drunk and left her phone open. Uncle Idris' message came in and AY took the phone and read everything. How them they hang him wife leg. He also read about all her numerous affairs too. That was the beginning of their problem. AY confronted Mabel. The audacity. You confronted somebody, but you have been doing it. I'm not supporting anybody. You understand? We don't do that here on the Kiwi Show. But I think it's a bit hypocritical to point fingers at somebody for doing something that you know very well that you're doing as well. So let's continue. So, AY confronted Mabel. The matter got messy and Mabel began threatening AY and saying to him, na him go release some of his tapes and receipts she gets with them. Families tried to interfere, but both parties refused. After plenty confrontations and fights, Naso Mabel used Banco Pack comot for the house. You understand? And came online to issue a press release so as to seek cover before AY acts. So this brings us back to the question, who is at fault? AY is the wandering reproductive male organ, like male reproductive organ, right? While Mabel ruined another woman's home. Are they both guilty or who get the blame? Shana AY we go they have affair with Caribbean wife. Abi Mabel we go they get affair with married politician. And that was how Gistlover ended the gist. You want to know my answer? I'll tell you something. I believe that both parties are to blame. Yes, the man is terrible, extremely, for going on being so promiscuous while he was still married. That's terrible. And the woman, on the other hand, she shouldn't have allowed someone change who she was. You get? I'm going to come down to why I said that. 2 wrongs don't make a right. I'm always saying this. 2 wrongs will never make a right. You don't fight fire with fire. You don't do that. You're only going to make matters worse. Okay? You have seen that this person is like this. You know one thing I believe? I believe that initially you must have seen the signs. All right? I believe that you must have seen the signs, but you probably felt, normal, men, I can handle. Okay? But now that you've married the person and you've seen that the heat is much, I can't take it. You understand? It's too much. You can't handle it anymore. Is it not better to just walk out? Now, before we go any further, I know some of you be saying that, oh, she has separated. Yes, she has separated from AY, but you followed me while I was reading the story, right? It has been proven that she was still in the marriage relationship with AY when she started going out. I mean, outside her marriage. In as much as we know that the man was just not doing well with his cheating escapades. Nah, do you know what it looks like? Let me paint a picture of what it looks like. It looks like you've always been like that as a woman. You've always been the type to cheat. You're just looking for an excuse. Don't come for me yet. Just chill. Just chill. Now, the truth is, you shouldn't allow somebody make you who you're not, because if you allow that to happen, at the end of the day, the person who's going to feel bad is you. For example, I am not a cheating woman. I'm not somebody who would just, decide to open my legs to a random stranger just because my husband cheated on me. Okay? I'm not the kind of person that would do that. Now, when I marry somebody who is always cheating on me and always cheats on me, and I say to myself, you know what, I'm going to do back, and I eventually go and do what he has been doing to me with another man, do you know who's going to feel bad? Me. I am going to feel bad because I'm not that kind of person. I will start feeling guilty. Not even because I love my husband, I still love him. No. But because that is not my person. That is not who I am. At the end of the day, I'll start feeling bad. And women, we have this thing with our dignity most times. We just start feeling, shit, I've messed up. A lot of women, like, we feel this way, but, we just try to hide it. So, because nobody's going to understand you. All they're going to see is that, oh, this woman has cheated, she's a whore, blah, 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 blah. Nobody is ready to understand how you're feeling on the inside. I don't know if I'm making any sense. So why let somebody push you? If you know you can't handle, just walk out. Don't let anybody push, because when you do that, last now you lose. That's the truth. And if you want to bring in outsiders, maybe family relatives intervening when the matter, comes out, nobody's going to be on the woman's side. They will make all sorts of excuses for the men. You hear, and he's a man. Men are like that. Men are polygamous in nature. I came across an interview one time, and he's one of the guy's faves. And I mean, he makes sense most of the times, while sometimes I'm just like, Andrew Tate. Anyways, this man, and I quote, said, if he's in love with his girl and he stops loving his girl and starts loving another woman, that is when he's cheating. But if he still loves his woman and, has an affair with somebody else, that's just exercise. Yeah, that's how he said it. Men consider this thing called sex. They consider it sport. They can do it with somebody and that's it. They'll even forget the face of the person they did it with and move on with their lives. They don't really care. So I'm trying to paint how different the world works for both genders. Okay, now the woman on the other hand, our emotions are most likely to be attached. Okay, so if you say you want to do like the man and you go and cheat too with somebody that you don't even like, you're gonna feel bad. And that's just the truth. All right, that's just the truth. It's not going to favor you. It's not going to favor you. Now let's look at this. Why do women who have failed marriages, why do they crash, or why do they tend to crash other people's marriages? Why? That is the question that a lot of people will be asking. Why are women like this? Somebody did this to you, you didn't like it, but you're doing it to somebody else. Do you all remember that statement I made in one of my videos, my previous videos? I said, hurt people, hurt people. We already know that damage people, all right? But now, what you need to understand is that there's this thing called the selfishness of humans. All right, selfishness of humans. I don't know. Sometimes it comes into play subconsciously. You don't even know when you're doing it. Unless you're very conscious of it, you don't even know when you're doing it. It's just like when a man has had his heart broken by a lady, he decides, I'm going to show every other woman out there pepper. It's just like when we're growing up, our mothers would tell us, oh, keep your virginity, keep yourself as a lady, don't hang out with ladies who have already, tainted themselves or who have already had an affair with a man, because they also try to make you like them. And they were right. They were very right. Our mothers were right, because when you hang out with these type of ladies and they start telling you about their lives, or maybe they start getting comfortable around you, and then you're trying to do the whole I'm a good girl. If you don't pretend you're a bad girl, you want to do you're a good girl, the way they would be doing you, sometimes they don't even see that they are doing that thing to you. They don't even realize that that's what they are doing to you. But they start seeing you as a Jew girl, okay? They do it in your mates. They be Jew girl and I know sabi. But the funny thing is, they don't even know that they are doing it. They can't roll with somebody that is not like them. It's normal. So before you know what's happening, maybe you start to get tempted by the kind of life they're living. You get convinced if you're not strong-willed and you follow them. Before you know it, you start doing what they're doing. Why? Because if you can't beat them, join them. You understand? That's just how life works. That's how humans have decided to make life. Most people just, whenever somebody meets a disaster, whenever somebody meets with calamity of any sort, they're like, oh, life will touch everybody, even if it's through me. Yeah. Another example is where, let's say somebody gets AIDS. A lady contacts AIDS. The next thing that is on her mind is, at that point, she feels like, oh shit, I'm going down. A lot of people are going to go down with me too. They decide to sleep with whoever. They just want to spread it, make me go touch everybody. It's just how humans are. So you can't be asking, why is it that when a woman has a failed marriage, yes, if somebody didn't mind hurting me, why should I mind? That is the psychology behind it. And the cycle continues. So now you're probably asking, why is it like that? So let's not deviate from the topic we're focusing on, which is, the issue between AY and his wife. Let's not deviate. Now, under this subtopic about why women do what they do whenever they have a failed marriage, I need you to understand that they have lost a major part of themselves. Okay? They have lost a major part of themselves. So they have switched to survival mode. What do I mean by survival mode? Yes, I know that some people, they are of the opinion that it's because of fake life, they want to keep up. That's part of it though. That's actually part of it. But that's not the major. The major reason is because these people have lost themselves. Why? When a woman gets married, let me tell you something. When a woman gets married, at that point, what matters to her the most is family. And by the time she starts making babies, oh God, nothing else would be more important to her. I tell you the truth. They will invest their life. And that's why I always say, whenever a woman gets married, her own life is over, in a way. Even when you have a supportive husband, someone who wants to like push you out there and, support you in every way that he can. Even if you have that kind of husband, because a lot of people say, oh, it depends on who they marry. We agree. Depends on who you marry. But sometimes you don't even know when it's just subconscious, especially when you have a child. Unless you're strategic with your husband that, oh, we're just going to go for our goals for now. Later we start having kids and people will stick to that plan. But the moment children start to come in, you realize that you not only owe your responsibilities now are no longer to just your husband, but your children as well. You have that mother instinct just comes immediately. You just want to bring everybody together. You just want to make sure everything is okay. You invest your time, you invest your life, you invest every single thing in your family. You literally live for your family. That becomes like the major thing for you in life. That is the main reason you're living. I'm telling you this. Some women don't even realize that they're doing it, but that's what's up. They're ready to give up anything for their family. Now, when that is lost, everything they were fighting for, everything, because the reason why this woman was seeing all these things and kept on letting it slide and kept on some of you say it's because he has money, which God, really? Money? Look, I know some of you will be like, yes, not everything is not about money. There are some things you see with your eyes, you will run no matter how much the money is. Do you get? She may have decided to just keep quiet about all these things because she's like, what do people say? Do you get? She's trying to keep the family together. Because from stories that we've read, from sources, we've seen that over and over and over again, she kept on letting it slide. Now, in the beginning of this video, I said for every action, there is a reaction. Okay? Now, she has given herself to this family, and over time, her husband has been disappointing her. You get? Now, she has lost it. She had it up to here, and she's like, it's okay. I'm done. Okay? I'm done with all of this shit. That's it. And she does something rash because she has been damaged to a certain extent, all right? She has been damaged and she does something, she reacts in a rash way, which makes everything just literally crumble when it comes to family. Everything she has been fighting for. So now, in her mind, she's like I'm just telling you how the typical mind of a woman works. I've lost everything. What's in the one lose again? Make we go anything if you do now. Make we just cut down. I don't know if you understand. At that point, she has lost herself. I don't know if you're getting where I'm coming from. She's lost herself. And what is she doing now? Anywhere where she sees small chance, or wuba, she go enter am, which is what she did. Survivor mode. Married man, married though or not married. After all, was my husband not married when they were taking him, and doing things, having affairs with different types of affair with him, both man to man, woman to woman, whatever it is that they're doing, sugar mommy to sugar boy, whatever. Was my own husband not married? So to her, it won't really make any sense again. That is just the classic nature of man. Once you've been hurt, you don't mind hurting others. At that point in your life, your brain go just block. You know, go even reason say, this person no do me anything. No. But you go no say, life happens to people. As it don't happen to me, it no go bad if it happen to you through me. So that's just it. Now, I don't know if people are understanding where I'm coming from. I don't know if, because, when I see people talk about these things, they just make a lot of comments that are, yes, I know that it is wrong. You're not supposed to cheat back because your husband cheated. You now say, oh, you're going to cheat too. Let me tell you something. No marriage is perfect. Okay? None. You get? No marriage is perfect. But I am of the opinion that you shouldn't allow things get messy. Okay? Let me eventually come down to what you people have been saying. Don't allow things to get messy. Like I said in the beginning, you getting married to somebody who is a cheat, you must have seen the signs. There's no way you will not know that the man that you are dating likes woman. There's no way. But you felt, let me say that, which is a very valid feeling. You felt that maybe, by the time he becomes overcome with responsibilities, family, he'll have to work to take care of his kids, dadani, a lot of things will come into your head and convince you that he will change at the long run. I have seen men in their 50s, 60s, 70s still going after very small girls, still womanizing. Okay? You get it? But at that point, because maybe you like this person so much and you feel that your presence in his life can do some level of change, it's a valid feeling. I will not counter that feeling. You get? But let's say he wasn't so bad and that's why you felt you could handle. Then you now married this person. The person has now tripled what was 2 before. It's saying from 2, it went to 200. From 5, it went to 500. It's now bad. You know, get what you they do again. We go calm him down. We like go. He's not changing for the better. When you saw it, I feel like it's at that point you should be like, you know what? I can't. Then you just quietly leave instead of allowing things to get messy. Instead of waiting to get damaged before you react. Because anytime you're damaged and you react, it's bad. You will do something very, very foolish. And the funny thing is that you won't even realize that it's foolish until, you know, maybe at the long run, you've gone deep into it. You now start feeling regrets, maybe later on in life. You don't even realize that that's what you're doing. So, I mean, it's crazy. Don't let it get messy. Don't let it get messy. Am I making sense? My people, my people. Guys, have you been watching this video? Are you enjoying yourself? If you just see me for the first time, if this is your first time seeing my pretty face, please do not forget to click the like button because I know some of you just enjoy this gist and you forget to thumbs up. Please do not forget to thumbs up and of course, subscribe, then share. Okay, so my dears, do not wait till you're badly damaged before you do the needful. Honestly speaking, everybody's mental health is important. In as much as we're saying, you can't keep poking somebody and you don't expect them to attack you. You push somebody into the corner. I mean, even Jesus Christ was so wonderful on earth. But at some point, he had to use mpiampia. He made Cain. Do you get? So no matter how perfect or good or kind you think you are as a human being, you've got a breaking point. You've got a limit. Don't let that thing, that negative energy that is pumping your meter to get to the breaking point, don't let that thing keep pumping to the point that it gets to that breaking point. That's why I said, do not let it get messy. Cheating men. Honestly, cheating men, President General among the nations. I salute you because I don't even know how you do it. Do you know that there's like a huge disadvantage there are some disadvantages to like staying with a man who cheats, like a man who vigorously cheats. When I mean vigorous, there are some men that can't even help it. They will be with their wives, yes, they are looking at another woman. No control whatsoever. I salute you people. Because how now? How? No self-discipline whatsoever. I don't even know how you men do it. Now, I spoke of a disadvantage, right? One of those major disadvantages is that if you decide to stay with a man who cheats like that, what if one day he brings nonsense from outside and gives it to you? My mom shared something with me one time. She went to a hospital, right? I think they were doing evangelism, something like that. There was something that took her to the hospital, right? And she saw this pregnant woman. Like, she's so lean and she was suffering. What was her story? Her husband, chronic cheat, gave her AIDS and belly. And he didn't open up to talk on time. This man knew he was carrying AIDS and went ahead to impregnate his wife. The woman didn't know, so she didn't take precautionary measures. Both her and her unborn baby infected with HIV and AIDS. So you see the thing. So it's not even safe for you to stay and say he will change. There are some situations that are manageable that you can deal with, but there are some you just have to run, sis. Don't wait till you now start having affection for somebody else when you are still inside your marriage. That is the one I will not support. You don't do that. Now you're hurting a fellow woman, another woman. You think God will clap for you? That your heart is not enough reason for you to hurt somebody else. It's bad. And I will never support it. I don't know if you guys understand. Because a lot of you all talking don't tend to see it from this angle. Everybody just bashing her, but try to understand. Put yourself in her shoes. The number of times she has overlooked. What? No matter how you try to cover sheets with silk, cover sheets packed somewhere with a lot of silk, a lot of blankets, everything beautiful in life, cover it with flowers, spray perfume, sheets na sheets, it go still smell. I don't know if you understand. So before you start saying, hey, this bad woman, Igbo will say, this bad woman, before you do that, sometimes try to flip the coin. Look at the other side. Now, before I wrap up the show, I want to bring your attention to something else that is actually more important than all this bizarre. Their children. He has about 3 kids, right? Yes. You do realize what it's going to do to those kids, this whole thing that their parents are doing online, that people can't see. they will go to school and their mates know of what is going on in their homes between their parents. And they will open their mouth. Kids of nowadays, they will judge and say all sorts of things, as if their own parents don't quarrel too, and their parents might even be worse off. But because your own father is a celebrity, everybody has access and talks about him anyhow. They don't even know your parents the way you do, but they have an opinion. Subjecting your kids to how do I even explain it? To a hard emotional life. Let me put it that way. Most times when two humans who have made babies together, most times when they fight badly like this, the people who take the heat are their children. The people who are taking, Jesus Christ. At least for the children now. For the children. Because the truth of the matter is, for this thing to have entered Gistlover's hand, and she brought it out to the open like this, wow. Now, because one of them was careless, one of the party was careless. I mean, do you see the details in the story? To the point that they knew the time that Mabel got drunk, all right? Somebody was careless. Somebody spilled information. Mabel was drunk. Then AY picked her phone and saw messages. Shebi Gistlover was there with camera, watching their every movement. No, now, somebody slipped up. One of them slipped up, and that was how she was able to get her hands on that information. And now they brought it to the public, and everybody's just, wow. Sometimes we could just calm down, resume matter. Think about it. Seriously, it's crazy how, like, the things that are really happening around us in the world, because this is not just a Lagos story. Trust me, it's happening every other place. It's because the people that it's happening with, they're not celebrities too. If they were celebrities, you might have known. I don't know if you understand. So guys, we like to balance things here, as you have noticed, of course. So please, I'd like to know your thoughts in the comment section. I want to know what you think, and I want to know if you have seen it in this light before, or if you've just been bashing Mabel. Yeah, she may not really be a person of great character. That's not the point. But I think people should also consider the fact that she was poked first before she retaliated. Be balanced in your judgments. That is the most important thing in life. Do not always say things out of sentiments. Okay guys, enough of this motherly nature that I just suddenly possessed from nowhere. So tell me guys, I hope you enjoyed the show. If you liked this video, don't forget to click the like button, subscribe, and of course share to your friends. Here on this show, I will keep on bringing you nice, wonderful topics that we can brainstorm together about, that we can, talk about and all. You get the point. All right, guys. So until next time, I remain your humble sweetheart, Jessie Rogers. And this has been The Kiwi Show. Until next time, it's bye-bye.